Hey all, it's David Fuchsa, and this is pretty much the start of the classic game series. I've already done a couple games, World Empire, which I found from the site, and Doom, which I played from Concrete, but I decided I'm really going to start, recording some of these classic games that I used to play in my olden times, in like the 1990s and so forth, and, well, let's just get right down to it. But first, this is RGB Classic Games, and it's a site dedicated to all these old games I used to play. It has downloads to many of the software that correspond to like the shareware versions of the games, or the freeware versions, or the abandonware versions, depending on what happened to them. To just get right down with the terms, just so that you can understand it just a little bit. Some shareware games were full versions that requested a donation to register the software if it was found to be useful. Most later software games include the first episode in a series or had less levels or features than the registered version. Freeware games may be former shareware or commercial software, or games that have always been freeware. Public domain games are games that the copyright holder has officially abandoned all rights into the public domain or abandonware. And wherever the legal status of a shareware game is unknown, it is presumed to continue to be shareware. So all this, that's just the terms for it. This site basically corresponds to the free downloads that the authors of and copyright holders of these games made them to be. So old games like Castle of the Winds, originally that the game I did a series on. The first part of that game was a shareware type of setup, and basically what that means is that you could play the first episode for free. That was all the way up to like the first giant and like the second dungeon, and then if you want to, you can like buy episode 2. Now eventually though, what happened was the author of that game decided, I'm going to release the rights into the public domain, so he made his second episode free, and so that that's kind of like abandonware. What it basically all means is that these games, they're free to play, and you can come to this site and legally play these games for free. However, you cannot play the entirety of the games for free. So if I was to go look at some of the games that are shareware here, partial game shareware, and I'll note that partial game shareware games also correspond to, say, let's go for a popular one. That's about as popular as it gets. So I'm sure everyone knows what StarCraft is, and it's actually got a partial shareware component to it, obviously known as the StarCraft demo. That would be like a part of the game that you could play for free, just to see if you like the game, to check it out, and all that. And that's like what this site is basically offering you. It's offering you all the free components that you can play at your leisure. I'll actually get into playing StarCraft later on, by the way, so keep tuned. I'll actually do the StarCraft demo, and you can get the nostalgia of what the old StarCraft looked like. Anyways, for now, let's get back into what I was planning to do. I'm actually planning to do a very simple game that I used to play in my youth called Slam. And it's basically an air hockey game in like a windowed setting. This is it right here. So what is it? Basically, here's me. There's a computer opponent over there, and there's a puck, and it's all in an air hockey thing. And you hit the puck around, and you try and score on the opponent's goal, or try and prevent that from happening. I've actually lost a lot of my lots of my skill for this type of game, but I played a lot of this game in my early childhood. I played it instead of like solitaire or Minesweeper, Hearts, Backgammon, or anything else that was on the computer. And it's a fun game. It's easy. It's like it being a window game is easy to open. If I need this to do something for like 5 minutes, this is a great game to play for 5 minutes. And it's easy. You can't exactly pause or anything, but if you like lose a round, I can be like, okay, I'll just not play it for until I won't hit the puck till I'm ready to go back to it, and I'll just lose or I won't lose, but I'll wait for a puck go in. I'm actually doing a lot better than I expect I would. Watch me hit myself in the goal. Nope, not bad. As you can see, the physics are really nice for this game. If you hit the puck, the speed and the angle of how you hit it will correspond quite well. So, and for the most part, it's also a game of it is a game of physics. That's pretty much how it was designed, and that's pretty much how the game works in real life. If I can actually win, this would be cool. So, I'm actually winning quite well against this CPU. I'm actually win. Ah. Alright, so I lost there. So let's say I need to do something. I just click, close the application, I can do whatever else I want to. So it's like a great little game that I could play for a little bit, and I've wasted quite a few hours playing this game. So this is a freeware game, and even though it's for Windows 16 platforms, I wouldn't be surprised if you could play this game without trouble on like Windows 7 or Windows 8, because it is a Windows game. Let's see if I can win. Bah. Bah. Well, I was winning quite well, but now not so much. There we go. It was close. Shall we play again? No. Okay, so that's Slam. I played quite a bit of that game. Alright, so that covers, this game, and it also covers the site that I used the game to get from. Let's get into a little bit of other stuff that's probably important. As I've stated, sort of hinted at and all that, I'm going to be doing stuff this month. So let's just update you a little bit on what's happening. I'm going to be working at the municipal elections come October 20th for my municipality in Halifax, Nova Scotia of Canada. And that will basically be on October 20th that I'll be working as a poll clerk. That said, however, I'm not sure what's happening in between now and then. I was originally thinking I was going to be going on vacation, but I'm not so sure anymore. To give the sob story, my grandmother is she's getting older, and she's starting to lose her senses, and she's it's probably a good time to visit her before she passes on, to be blunt. And I don't know when I'll be visiting my grandmother, or if I'll be doing this month. But currently, my other family members from elsewhere are coming to visit her. Currently from Scotland, to be specific. And once they've visit them, my family will probably have space for me to come over, and I can stay with them to visit my grandmother myself. I don't know if I'll be doing it this month or next month, but I'm just gonna assume that I'm gonna not be doing it for the next 15 days. I might therefore just download DVD here to just give it a go. That'll probably have a watermark for most of these classic game videos that I'll probably do it for, but it's mostly a test. I want to see if it'll work on my machine and how much I like the application, so bear with me. And I don't think it'll really affect most of these games anyways, at least not the platform games that I'll probably be playing, or other games like Command & Conquer, which I'll also be playing. Now, more importantly, I'm probably going to actually start doing some of the stuff I've been saying I'm going to be doing all along. Before, if you recall, I said I might actually start scheduling how I'm going to start dropping recordings around. That means I'm going to have Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. I might do it for a couple of days, couple recordings for maybe the weekends, or Dwarf Fortress when Totally does the update. I'll do maybe Wednesday, Tuesday type of thing. And The reasoning for this is pretty much to give myself more time to do other things. I plan to well, basically look into some of these other games I've been looking into. I'll probably look into Ensign 1, which I'll probably demonstrate with video from DVD Gear. And well, basically what I'm getting at is I'm going to be testing games to see what might work well for recordings and what might I just want to do maybe a one-shot of and just play with myself rather than just subject you to recordings with what I don't think you'll like too much. Most of my videos, and I'll note at this point, they've been about things that weren't really done, or things that I think could have been recorded a lot better. I did like the adventure mode initially for Dwarf Fortress because no one was really doing that, and I also did some Dwarf Fortress actual mode videos because it sort of felt empty not to do those videos when it's part of a game, and it's the majority of the game as well. Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, not many people again were doing recordings of that. I'll probably still do recordings of it, and hopefully it'll be of the Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup 11 version, because they now come out with that, and we'll get to see some new stuff if I download that application. I'll also possibly look into doing Path of Exile, which, while it's like a more mainstream game that'll be, not many people have yet to do videos, so just the early peek might be cool before the actual game gets released. Anyhow, I think that wraps up this this little recording. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll be sure to try and release many of these recordings before my 15-day trial of the DVD Gear is up. Let me know what you think. Though I think for now, I'll actually try and see if the games will work. And if they work, I'll actually then record them. So take care and have fun.